How's it going? Thanks for tuning back in to another episode of the Game of Cryptos. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know right now a lot of you guys in the market are just wondering, what is going on with this bull run? Why does this bull run just seem so somewhat different than the others? I wonder that too. And this is not necessarily a video of me saying that I have any of those answers. I'm merely, just speculating, just like you hear other YouTubers talk about, what they think is going on in the market. Now, I will say it does seem like a lot of institutions are, ever since the Bitcoin ETF came out, a lot of institutions have been buying crypto. I mean, you've had, look at MicroStrategy with Michael Saylor, buying Bitcoin. It seems like every day, every week. It's like almost annoying at this point because it's just like, man, they're going to own so much of it. But it does seem that right now there's a lot of manipulation, and it really does, I use this analogy of it's like a beach ball underwater, and I do feel like, the big whales, the powers that be, they don't want the everyday person to be rich. They don't want the everyday person to have tons of money like them. So they're going to do everything they can to manipulate the market, and that's what I think is going on. Right now, we're seeing a lot of things go against our expectations of what would normally be happening, especially at this time in the market. January and February are supposed to be extremely bullish at this time of the cycle, and so far it hasn't. Now, we have definitely seen Bitcoin outshine everything, and let this be a reminder, and I know it is for me, that, and again, it's not financial advice, but it's probably late for a lot of people that are tuning into these videos now, but really consider Bitcoin for your portfolio. But I mean that, and I say that for the next time, because if you're like me, I actually don't own really any amount of Bitcoin. I did in the previous bull run, but I sold off a lot of it to get into altcoins. And obviously, some can consider that a mistake because altcoins have been bleeding against Bitcoin significantly. And if we go and look at this chart from bitbo.io, it does seem like Bitcoin has been slightly deviating from its past. It is actually going down when in the last previous cycles it's been going up around this time. Again, I say that I think that there's manipulation going on in the market because the powers that be, the whales, know that people are getting smarter each and every cycle. They know that we're looking at all these different tools and charts to help us make the best educated decision when it comes to investing, and they're going to do everything in their power to make you to fear you out of the market, to fudge you out of the market, to sell your bag so they can buy in cheaper. I do think that we will still see an altcoin run this bull run. Now, is it going to be any and every altcoin that's going to go up like we might have seen in previous bull runs? No. But I do think that in each narrative, if you are in basically the top coin of each narrative, you will see gains. If you're in, for instance, layer ones, when we think of layer ones, right now, obviously you have Bitcoin, the store of value, but I'm not talking about that. And then you have Ethereum with the proof of stake, but that's really high market cap. So the gains and returns with that are much lower. But when you think about Solana has been where all the money has been going to for the phantom wallets, for the meme coins, for pump.fun, and that's a whole nother conversation right there, because pump.fun, although it seemed like it started out as a really good thing for crypto, it does seem like, in some ways, it does seem like it is taking a little bit of the liquidity away. But I will say, and other people have stated that, yes, there are more cryptos in the market now than there ever have been, but it's just a lot of those are just random. They're just contract addresses, but there's absolutely nothing on them. Like a pump.fun coin that someone just makes, there's absolutely no liquidity on there. And that's basically a lot of them have gone to zero. So I think it's just people are still a lot of people are on the sidelines right now. And they're waiting for that green light. They're waiting to see Bitcoin start moving significantly to, once Bitcoin, it's, at the time of this video, Bitcoin is around $97. But when we see Bitcoin go back up to this old all-time high of around 108, when we start pushing those numbers, that's when I think that the altcoin market is really going to start really going. So guys, just, I know it's not easy, and I can sit here and tell you, just, hold on to your bags. I can understand why someone would sell out of crypto, because it's very fearful. You see Bitcoin go down just a couple of percentage points, but then you see altcoins go down, depending on which ones you're in, 20, 30, 40, some of them have traced 50%. And then like a week ago, you saw some like AI plays, AI agent plays, meme coins. Some of them went down 60, 70, 80% from their highs. That's very, very scary. And if you are someone that is in more of those speculative plays, I can see why that would scare people. But I will say, for those of you that are listening to this video that are considering to still stay in the market, again, not financial advice, but I still see green days ahead of us. I still see, I've always talked about, and we'll go back to this chart on bitbo.io. I think that we will still see that initial peak that we have seen in other bull runs in the 2021 and in 2017, that initial peak in April or May, because you have that, sell in May, go away type event that definitely usually plays out a lot, and I think that's going to happen again. The whales and the powers that be are right now going to make you think that Q1 isn't going to be bullish, but I disagree. I think it will be, and I think that at absolutely any moment, that we're going to start seeing a lot of altcoins start to run. Again, it is going to be specific to certain sectors. Not everything is going to pump, and then especially not all the super low liquidity altcoins. But again, if you are in the top altcoins in each narrative, you probably are going to be good. So continuing on with this video, if we go to Twitter, you guys know that I always like to go over a tweet of the day on Twitter. This one is from Elio Trades. He says, tariffs were just the excuses whales used to dump and scare you into thinking this time is different. It's not different. Now tariffs can't even move the market. And that was true. Trump had mentioned something just recently about like a 25% tax on, I think it was like some type of metal or whatever. And it was supposed to be implemented today, on Monday, the February 10th. And it didn't really do anything to the market. And he says, now tariffs can't even move the market. Now, this is where Elio Trades starts talking about altcoins. He says, good alts are in great value zones this month of February. And he says he'll be accumulating. These altcoins are at consolidating positions in core narratives. Again, some of the core narratives, this goes back to what I just said. The altcoins that are in the core narratives and they're at the top are probably going to be the ones that are going to get the most allocation. So some of the altcoins, or some of the narratives that I think are going to be bullish, again, you have AI and you have DPEN. So, look into cryptos in those sectors. So, again, and I'm not trying to push any certain coins, but, something like a Render, something like a Tau, those could be really good AI DPEN plays for a portfolio. Now, when you think about your layer ones, Ethereum has been really disappointing this bull run. Who knows? It can come back, but Solana has definitely stolen its thunder. And something else other than Solana that's done really well is Sui. Sui has been getting a lot of attention. So when you're thinking about L1s, maybe you're thinking about Solana. Maybe you're thinking about Sui. And obviously, Sui is going to be a way lower market cap than something like Solana. So there is potential that Sui will definitely outpace Solana. Thinking about other narratives, it is, you got your real world asset. You have like something like an Ondo. Ondo's been getting a lot of attention lately, and getting a lot of attention, institutional eyes on it. So you could be thinking about a real world asset play, and then obviously you have stuff that's a little bit getting more speculative. You have your gaming and you have your meme coins. Obviously, you don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole with those, but for some of your top meme coins, maybe you're looking at a Pepe, that has proven itself that it can pump, and I think people are going to get into that. Again, none of these I'm not telling you guys to get into these, but these are just things that you should be thinking about your portfolio, because as you have seen, a lot of cryptos for the month and for the week are down significantly. And when crypto went down hard, when altcoins went down hard, guess what happened? A lot of people, if you're smart, started second guessing the cryptos in their portfolio, as you should be doing, because that's, when things are green, everything's dandy, everyone's like, yeah, I'm making money. You're not worried about really what's in your portfolio. But the moment you start seeing red and you're seeing, why is my portfolio down so much? You really start second guessing the cryptos that are in your portfolio. And because of that, it is very wise to use this time to make those changes in your portfolio, because when we get this next leg up, which I think is going to happen again anytime, you're going to want to make the most gains, and you don't want to be in crypto plays that are not going to get any allocation. To finish up this tweet from Elio Trades, he says, quantitative tightening is ending soon, the dollar is peaking, rates are coming down, cheap capital incoming. If there is ever a time to be bold, it is now. Again, I think that the time is now. And if this bull run is, not done yet, I really think it's going to show its true colors here any moment. And this is not a video. I'm not trying to give this false sense of hope and hopium, but I really do believe that we are on the brink of what we have been looking for. Now, is this market going to push all the way, as we can see from the chart, we usually get those two peaks. Is it going to go all the way till November, December? Obviously, time will tell. It's tough. No one knows. I don't know. You don't know. Your favorite YouTuber, they don't know. They're only going to be able to make educational guesses. But having that said, what I would recommend, because people ask all the time, okay, when is the time to sell? Guys, the time to sell is when you feel like the number on your screen, the number on your portfolio is enough to potentially change your life. That's one thing that I usually tell people when it comes to when should I take profits? When should I sell? Well, if that number on the screen, if you don't want to lose that, and you're like, well, I can realize that and I can change my life, then sell. Sell some of it, sell all of it. I don't know your financial situation. Another time when it might be a good time to sell, guys. And I found this happened to me last bull run when I got into crypto buying Dogecoin, on Robinhood. I didn't even have a Coinbase account at the time. I would be logging on to my Robinhood I would look at the Dogecoin price and I would look at my portfolio and I'm like, wow, look at those numbers. You just keep seeing it go up. And I found myself taking screenshots of it. It felt very euphoric. If you are taking screenshots of your portfolio, that probably means that it's time to start taking profits, because you're not going to take screenshots of something that doesn't look pretty. Like, you're taking screenshots because you're like, wow, like, this is impressive. Let me show someone else like how much money I'm making. If you're doing that, that might be a sign. So obviously everyone is in different positions. Everyone started buying crypto at different times. Some of you watching this might have started buying in 2022, 2023, 2024. Shoot, there could be some that have even just started buying now. So everyone has different entry prices, which means everyone's portfolios are, people are in different percentages of maybe how far in profits they are in. Or for some, you might not be in profit because of the cryptos you chose and the time that you decided to buy them. So again, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope this, video gave you guys some insight. Yeah, guys, we just, it has been one crazy bull run, and hopefully we all can make it out of this bull run in profit, and hopefully we can do something, with that money to actually change our lives. So, yeah, until next time, I will catch you guys, and yeah, have a good rest of your day.